talk session today. The topic today is about information and computing technology IT, titled Leverage the Power of Data to Upskill Workforce. Today we are going to have around 45-minute topic session by our speaker, and the rest will be Q&A session. But you can also drop your question along the session. Before we proceed, I would like to brief a little bit about our speaker. Our speaker today is Mr. Nezrit AD with more than 15 years experience. He has helped develop organizations spanning from education sector, TLCs, corporate, and now technology startup. Reading his background and education, he got his degree and master's degree from University of Wales, Newport, United Kingdom in Business Information. Currently, he is the Strategic Partnership Lead at the Center of Applied Data Science, CADS. All right, before we start, I would like to give a reminder to everyone to kindly mute yourself as to reduce noise and other interruptions. We are going to have Q&A session toward the end of our session. Please kindly be ready with your question and drop easily in the chat box. Now we'll shall begin our talk today. Mr. Nezrit, you may start your sharing now.
Waalaikumsalam. I think I'll need some time to upload the slide. Just some clarification. I think there's some miscommunication on the title today. Because the title, it's okay. It's almost the same. About 60%. It's almost the same. But today is actually what was requested of me is the title is Bridge Data Literacy Gaps with CADS AI Skills Intelligence Platform. No worries, because they are very similar. It's just that there's something new, because if I present leverage the power of data to upskill workforce, some of my friends today, my colleagues today will be bored, because some of them have already listened to the to the session. So let me upload the slide for a while.
All right.
Hold on, the file is about 120 megabytes. I have some very interesting videos to share today. So that's hence why the size of the file today.
Oh, sorry. Mute tadi. I hope the internet also works smoothly today.
Inshallah.
Because, at my place also have a bit of internet problem. But currently it's fine, right? You can hear me clearly, right?
Very clear, very clear.
All right.
Okay, I think we're gonna start soon. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me do some testing. Okay, all right. Okay, we're ready. Thank you, Puan Moderator, Puan Aina, for the welcoming remarks. Hello, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to my friends today to joining me in this webinar. Okay, so happy to see all of you again, all the technologies, TSS, TCSS gathering here today. It's another pleasure of mine to be able to spend my Friday morning with you guys. So let's hope that today is going to be a very interesting as well as a very beneficial sharing of knowledge from all of us. Okay, so before we proceed, I would like to thank Dr. Hidayah and her team from MyRef for making today's event a reality and the process of making it so smoothly as usual. This is my third time, everything is smooth. I would like to also thank MBOT, of course, through my ref for giving us this platform where we can gather and share knowledge that could benefit of all of us, inshallah. And with that, let's begin today's webinar. Okay, so I am here today, as the screen says here, to share with all of you about bridging data literacy gaps with AI, with CADS AI skills platform. I believe the session will take about 45 to 50 minutes, but based on my experience presenting to my ref, it takes sometimes about 1 hour. Okay. Okay, then if we have the time, then we can proceed to the discussion session at the end of the presentation. Also, if you have any question at all during the session, my colleague Sukyan, I think she's in already. My colleague will assist by dropping any feedback to your questions in the chat box. So feel free to just drop any question or any chat inside the chat box. If I have the time, I will respond. If not, I will respond right after maybe some session during the meeting. Okay, all right. So let's start the presentation today with a very light-hearted question. Okay, while I'm talking, while I'm presenting, I would love to hear where you all are from.
Syah, ada gambar tak Syah?
Can we mute Puan Zunaida? Please mute, please. Okay, all right. So please share with me. Drop your answer in the chat box. Where are you from? Which state are you from? So that I can see from our group ni how many of you are from Perak, how many of you from Johor. It would be nice to not only know your name but also know where you come from. Okay, all right. So let's begin. Okay, so here, like I always do, I share a very compelling, simple comic strip from Dilbert, but it covers the issue that we have today, and and to also echo what we are going to discuss today. Wow, we have Keng Soon from Kajang. Okay, I'm very near to you. I'm in Kajang, Keng Soon. Okay, so as you can see in the screen here, the first comic strip, I didn't have anything useful to say, so I made this pie chart. Yeah, then they all say, "Oh, wow, it must be true because it's pie. That worked too well. I pledge my life and my fortune to the pie." So what does it say here? What does it say here? It shows that data literacy, when you present your data using pie chart, using analysis analytics, you are more convincing. Sometimes you don't have anything to say. When you show your data, it can be very convincing to people. So if people are more believable of what you want to say when they see data on the screen. And the next one, why are we going ahead with the plan when the data says it can't succeed? I manage by instinct and gut feelings. How's that different from being insane or stupid? My gut says I should not listen to you. So this is the problem with most organizations, with most people nowadays, is that not only nowadays, all this while, that and most cases of businesses fail because we analyze, we conduct our work, we run our strategy through gut instinct. So that is very risky. So hence why data literacy is very important, for you to be able to analyze the risk, the opportunity, so that you do your planning and your strategy using data. Okay, so it's more secure. Okay, wow, we have let me see the chat. Ada Laksamana Nilai, Mr. Gana Gambigai, I'm very close to you also. I'm in Badar Siputra. We can have coffee sometime. Now bercuti di Melaka, Nasaruddin. Okay, so many people. Wow, TC Wong Sektong from all the way from Lahad Datu. Welcome. Okay, moving on. So today we're going to cover some introduction about the importance of data literacy and a brief history of where I'm from, CADS. Then we move into how to improve data literacy. It's going to be very general. Perhaps most of you already know, but I just want to share a bit how to improve data literacy, especially on organizational level. Then we have this is consistently I will cover in all my presentation, because to me it's very important. What are the post-COVID-19 trends in the job market right now? Okay, and then we will move to the case study, something to do with a fund management organization and how data literacy help them become efficient and also profitable. And finally, how do we bridge data literacy gaps with the help of CADS AI Skills Intelligence Platform. Okay, all right. So as MIT Management Sloan School say, everybody needs data literacy. Okay, because data is everywhere. Okay, it's the new currency, it's the language of the business. We need to be able to speak that. So from here, we know that if we lack in data literacy, we are extremely behind. Okay, everybody is moving towards it. Almost all countries in the world moving towards it. Countries who don't move towards it will be left behind. Okay, all right. So the importance of data literacy, okay, as you can see, the data literacy is the ability to read, understand, and communicate data as information. Okay, most organizations gather loads of data, but the collective skill of the employees to create actionable business insights on every management level will determine for a large part the organizational success. Okay, the growth and data growth of the amount of information collected creates new issues because the amount of data gathered is increasing. So the ability to require of people to handle it efficiently, effectively, and correctly increases too. So nearly 70% of the US executive prefer candidate with data skills, and data from Deloitte also showed that for 55% of companies, analytics improve competitive positioning, and 65% either made better decision or started key strategic initiatives because of it. So it is very, very important, especially to organization. So to look further into the importance of data literacy, I would like to share a short video on this. Let's take a look. Okay, all right. So I'm sure it's quite clear of how important data is, especially on the organizational level. Okay, so without further ado, let's move to what CADS is all about. So I will not touch too much on this one because this is the third time I've been presenting. So I'll be very quickly on to tell you and to share what CAD is in the effort for data analytics. So we were established in 2014, and we have experience in supporting the development of nation's digital economy. We are very committed to support and ensure the digital leap is taking place among organizations in Malaysia and ASEAN. So our focus is individual organization awareness, individual organization adoption, and ecosystem sustenance digital leap. So since 2014, until 2022, we have grown from a very small, very individualistic effort in promoting data skills into having strategic partnership with foundations and human capital agencies for improving the nation's talent employability. We have partnerships with Penjana, Protege, MTDC, even MyRef, MBOT, Informs, ICB, MDAT, and many more. So we have more than 100 industry clients under our belt who always supports us in our effort to promote and build data community in ASEAN, right? So, and also, of course, all of you know what is Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint. It is actually to enable Malaysia transformation into a digitally driven high-income nation and regional leader. By 2025, 30,000 data professionals must be produced based on the blueprint. Okay, right. Okay, so how to improve data literacy? Okay, so let's quickly go about this. So number one, as we know from the video also, if you didn't catch what the video try to explain, number one is always start at leadership. Improving data literacy starts with the top. Okay, there needs to be an emphasis on data-based decision making and an effort to enhance data literacy. So the CEO ke, the director ke, must start and must believe or must believe in data, the importance of data literacy. Then from there, they will determine the gaps that need to be filled. Okay, based on our title today, they have to determine the gaps to what are the issues, what are the things that needs to improve, and what are the gaps to be filled. These are the most important ones. Number one, data gaps. Look for gaps in your data and find ways to add this. Check for gaps in your market intelligence and gaps in your organizational data. Once identified, you should determine if these gaps are due to technology or skill gaps and address this appropriately. So kalau technology gaps, you have to get the technology tools into your organization, or if it's talent or people gap or skills gap, then you have to go for, you have to upskill or reskill your workforce. Okay, all right. So when we talk about technology gaps, a perfect example of a technology gap is a website that focuses heavily on writing blog articles but has not got a keyword research tool. The only way to get all the data around keywords research engine is with a keyword research tool. Not having a tool like that will be a significant technology gap. For example, you have a website, you have so many contents inside, but there's no way for people to find your content. Okay, dia kena scroll one by one, tengok balik your thousands of pages on your website just to find what they want. Okay, all right. So an example of skill gaps, besides basic mathematical abilities, understanding of the tools the company are using and critical thinking abilities, there is a certain skill set and methodology you need to do the correct analysis. Number one, the ability to ask right questions. Number two, understand what data is relevant and how to test the validity. And number three, interpretation of the data. Number four, number four, test hypothesis using A/B test. Number five, create easy to understand visualizations to make the results understandable for leaders. And finally, build story plus big picture to act on the results of the analysis. So this is how you convince your board, your managers, your CEOs when you want to validate your analysis, you want to validate what you plan to do, all about data. So you, in order to do that, must have adequate standard of data literacy. Okay, all right. So moving on, apart from the gaps, culture of discipline. Do your employees have the discipline to make decisions based on data consistently? Okay, so dia tak boleh tahu, macam you have to be disciplined. Okay, you cannot one project you focus on, you analyze everything based on data, but the next project you focus on gut feeling, you focus on historical, you focus on business as usual. No, it has to be consistently used. Okay, if you start with data, finish with data, even with different projects, do it. Maintain your discipline in working with data to do your job. Okay, so once the education and processes are in place, it is up to the people in the organization to act on them in a disciplined fashion to compound the benefits of database decision making and force the flywheel effect. And finally, technological accelerators. As mentioned in the book, if you can find, good to great, you boleh Google good to great. Companies that consistently outperform competition use technology as an accelerator for growth. As a marketplace analyst, you could use data analytics tools to accelerate your growth. Okay, analytics tools, growth. Okay, okay. Next one. So why data literacy is critical to higher satisfaction and productivity? The most importantly, as you can see from this is the figure derived from 196 respondents at one company in the US. So as you can see, what is the most important to the employee is increased training to improve data literacy. So all of them want this, and to them this is the most important, which covers 65% of the opinion. So training and easing data access and interaction are most important. Organization can take several steps to raise the level of data literacy to understand which one's organization regard as most valuable. This analysis asks research participants to select their top 5 from a list of initiatives, and we find positive impact on data literacy, and almost 2/3 of the respondents chose perhaps the most obvious action: increase training to improve data literacy. So awareness is there already. People find the importance and the needs to improve their data literacy skills, right? Okay, let's move on. So you can have data without information, but you cannot have information without data. That's what said by Daniel Kismoran. Okay, so most importantly, what's happening in the job market, in the talent market right now, the trends post COVID-19. Okay, so let's go to a video here so that I can briefly share what's happening right now. Okay. There it goes. Okay. So by 2030, all jobs in the workplace requires data literacy, data science, analytics, and AI skills. Dah tak boleh lari dah. Kena ada. Okay. All right. So, okay. To summarize what the video tried to present is machines and algorithms in the workplace are expected to create 133 million new roles, but cost 75 million jobs to be displaced by 2022. According to a new report from World Economic Forum, the future of jobs in 2018, all the way in 2018, this means that the growth of artificial intelligence could create 58 million net new jobs in the next few years. Okay, but bear in mind, 75 million can be of jobs can be displaced, which we will explain further. By 2025, machines are expected to perform more current work tasks than humans, compared to 71% being performed by humans as of now. So we are losing to the machines, okay, if we don't adapt. And due to this transformation, it will have a major impact on the global workforce. Okay. It is critical that business take an active role in supporting their existing workforces through reskilling and upskilling. So training, adjusting, adapting your employees to be ready for this change is very, very crucial. Okay. The NGO take a proactive approach to their own lifelong learning, and that governments create an enabling environment to facilitate this workforce transformation. This is the key challenge of our time, said World Economic Forum founder himself. Okay, some of the fastest growing job opportunities across all industries include that macam yang dimension in 2030 jadi, data analyst, software developers, and social media specialists. These are the hotcakes and growing jobs in the market nowadays, and plus jobs that require human skills like sales and marketing, which AI cannot do this. Innovation and customer service are also expected to increase in demand. Okay. Right, so more technology sebenarnya can funnel into more customer service job, because there will be more organization and people needs help with tools, with the new technology that they might have issues adapting with. Okay, right. So to proactively realize the benefits of the changes, at least 50% of all employees will need reskilling and upskilling by 2022. Yet, only 30% of employees at risk of job displacement from technological changes receive training in the past year. And those most at risk are often the ones who are least likely to receive any training at all. So, yang tak dapat training, they'll be displaced soon. Okay, that's very sad. It is the reality, but sad but true. Okay, creating a reskilling revolution will require investment. Okay, this one has been repeated many times, especially by organization, by governments. For example, to transition 90% of at-risk workers in US, we take US as the case here, into new jobs through training may cost more than $34 billion. Tu kat US, kat Malaysia berapa? Okay, yet the private sector could today only profitably reskill about 25% je. Perlukan 95%, but most organisation mampu buat 25% saja of their total workforce. They have the resources to do only a fraction of what's required. Okay, suggesting a need for business collaboration, government intervention, and public-private collaboration to lower cost to reach scale. Okay, so if businesses work together to create economies of scale, they could collectively reskill about 50% of at-risk workers, and if government join the effort, from 50% boleh naik ke 75% at least, while benefiting from returns on investment in the form of increased tax returns and lower social costs, including unemployment compensation. Macam kat US, they have unemployment compensation, so this can be reduced with employment. Okay, when business can profitably cover costs and governments cannot provide the solutions alone, it becomes very, very crucial to turn to public-private partnerships that lower costs and provide concrete social benefits and actionable solutions for workers. All right. Okay, so our former Prime Minister even said the fourth industrial revolution will change the kinds of jobs needed in the industry. Our strong view is that as a nation, we must create the jobs for the future. Our main goal must be to automate work, but also to humanize jobs. Okay, but allow machines to do the dangerous and repetitive, and ensure humans have the capacity to do the creative, empathetic, and interactive jobs. Okay, something that AI cannot cover. That's the skill that we need to have. Okay, if you don't want to get behind, have skills that AI cannot cover, right? Which is data literacy skill. All right. So the global pandemic has brought digital transformation 5 years forward. Some people even say 7. Some people even say 10. Mass shifting of consumer behavior post-pandemic urges corporations to take radical solutions in their daily tasks. However, the lack of talent skill in IT continues to be the problem of data-backed targeted marketing. Why? Senang cerita. You have your organization, you have your employees yang you dah hire 10 to 15 years back, you have new technology, they have and the employees ada resistance to change, difficulty to adapt. So still, and in the market, walaupun you tengok IT, but the market still lacks the number of talent required by the demand. Supply tak cukup, demand makin banyak. Okay. The lack of talent also slows the organization's process of becoming data-driven. And data-driven is about making data analytics part of the business strategy, its system, processes, and culture. It's about creating a mindset in which analytics form the basis of all facts-based business decisions and embraced by all levels of the organization. So let's pause for a while and let's share in the chat. Okay, while I'm talking, please share because I tak nak ada yang dengar saja and not typing, so you might feel sleepy ke apa. Okay, please share with me how the global pandemic has affected you individually. It can be personal, it can be professional. How does the global pandemic has affected you individually? So while I continue, please drop your answer. Share with us what you faced due to the global pandemic. Okay, all right. While I go on. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, the trends of strategy in the new normal. Okay, you can see impact of COVID-19 on companies. Most companies 100% to accelerate digitalization of work processes. 75% provide more opportunities to work remotely. So people, organizations are becoming more and more flexible because they don't find the need of everybody have to be in the office all the time. Okay. Accelerate the digitalization of upskilling, reskilling. Okay. It has been preached many times. Reskill, train your employee to adapt to the new technology. Temporarily reassign workers to different tasks. 33%. Not many people like this. It can. Oh, this is what displacement is all about. And accelerate the implementation of upskilling, reskilling program. And I think this was in 2020, 2021, 2022. Dia makin banyak. There are more upskilling, reskilling programs providers in the market right now. So the trends in Malaysia, 100% of companies allocating digital work. As you can see, this is and balance the immediate needs and talents need to be upskilled. So this actually covers what I said just now, right? Okay. So I would like to share a bit about this fund management organization that was our client, CADS punya client. Okay. So a large fund management organization has launched a strategic plan to achieve its business goal, obviously. Okay, one of the key focus area is transformation initiative to drive business business operational efficiency through cultural change. So this is all about culture. Okay, by introducing an analytical mindset and risk management among its employees. So what are the challenges? Okay, the first challenge is the organization has identified multiple business units to be involved in this initiative through upskilling, with the hope that the selected talents will have more skills in performing their tasks and be the change agent in promoting data-driven culture. So they get a group of people first so that they will be the influencers to change the culture in the organization. Okay, but lack of visibility on existing data literacy skill and access to the career ladder progression framework may result in overspending and inefficiency. Okay, so the solution, what was the solution? We, CADS, conducted a talent assessment to identify the skills gap and data literacy skill required to achieve the goal. This is done through CADS AI, which I will share more later, an AI-powered talent management tool. So we introduced talent development structure with data literacy skills framework and learning path to close the skill gap that will provide impact on cultural change. So what is the result? What was the result? 78, almost 80 selected employees who completed the program with exceptional result can now analyze business insights from data and make an impact through strategic decision making. Their journey continues as ambassadors to drive the intended cultural change. The overall program is currently still ongoing. Okay, all right. So that's how their strategy with our help to mind the gap, to fill in the gap, and also to reskill their talent to a group of exceptional people that will drive the culture of data literacy in their organization. All right. Okay, so based on all that we've talked about today has led us to this. CADS efforts in bridging the data literacy gaps with our skills intelligent platform, the CADS AI. Okay, to not take too much of your time today since it's almost 10:40, this video has been prepared to give all of you easier understanding of what CADS AI is. Okay, so inshallah, God willing, by this video, you can have the overall understanding of what CADS AI is. Okay, let's have a look. That's our proud CADS AI. Okay, so a little bit more, maybe about 4 to 5 slides. I will go very quickly. So CADS AI is a skills intelligence platform for the future of work. Okay, so what are the features within the CADS AI platform? Number one adalah workforce discovery. Okay, workforce discovery, as the name said, enable organization to efficiently and objectively identify, select and uncover the potential of hidden talents and leaders from within. Maksudnya, it can either you can use the CADS AI to analyze your workforce to see kat mana yang what are the talents that you have with the skills that they have, or what are the skills required by your employees to fulfill your business needs. Okay, so that's workforce discovery. Workforce learning pula, aggregate and curated automated learning pathway that personalize individual learning journey. So from here, once you already analyze the gap, this is where CADS AI can help you bridge the gap through training programs, reskilling and upskilling efforts. Mana ambil apa tu EDA ke EDP ke, for them to be ready to again fulfill the business needs of your organization. And last kali, workforce mobility and deployment, which encourage a dynamic multi-skill workforce ecosystem that builds a data-driven organization culture by a cross-collaborative engagement platform. So from here, your talent can contribute to other organization, or other organization, you can get talent from other organization to contribute to your organization. So it becomes a workforce mobility and ecosystem. Okay, so that is basically what CADS AI offers. Okay, so from here, let's go a little bit deeper in the workforce discovery. So number one, there's skills assessment. Number two, understanding the skills gap. Number three, learning pathways and recommendation. And four, talent capability insight. So as you can see here, nampak dekat screen tu, this is actually an analysis of the workforce, an example of analysis of the workforce. So you can see the AI will determine and show you the heat map of what skills yang dah ada, yang need improvement or yang tak ada in your organization through here. So from here, it's easy for you to identify what are the gaps that needs to be filled. So from here, discover hidden gems of potential data leaders using CADS holistic assessment framework, map skills inventory of the workforce across departments, and identify skills required for critical role and function. Okay, from here. Then there's also workforce learning. So once this is the second feature. Okay, so once kita dah tahu what are the gaps, and a company can either holistically or individually request for training, attend training intervention, monitor learning progress, and next training schedule. So from here, the AI will curate learning for you. Okay, tak payah pergi keluar ke apa, you can get the necessary skills 100% through the CADS AI platform. Okay, you just need to take the assessment, and from the assessment, the AI will determine what are the skills required for you to achieve your goals. All right. So these are the pathways that we have, okay, in order to become a successful digital business. Company dah kena start tengok data citizen to inculcate data-driven culture and mindset. So there's three here. There's data citizen, there's data professional, and there's data leader. So data citizen ni non-technical background. Any background boleh jadi, it can be included in the data citizen where they can take the EDP pathway, okay. The enterprise data practitioner. So here they will learn about big data, they will learn about ASEAN analytics, data storytelling, the basics of data literacy skills that is required now in the job market. Okay, and for data professional, they have 4 pathways. They can go through ADA, which is associate enterprise data analyst. Then they can move in from ADA. Once they completed the ADA pathway, they can move into EDA, they can move into data science, and they can move into data engineering. Okay, these are for data professional. All this we provide through the CADS AI platform. And for CEO, C-suite level ke atas, data leaders, we have data literate leadership pathway for key learning intervention for data leaders. Okay, all right. So then finally, the workforce mobility, job and project marketplace, job and project matching, HR talent comparison, and talent hire and remobilize, like I mentioned just now. So from here, you can launch organization-wide opportunities and get the right talent, macam job street, but more. Okay, shift and repurpose talent, respond to changing business and market needs quickly, because the talent is always there in the platform, the talents are always assessed, the talents are always reskilled, so that you can always get ready-made talent for the job market. Okay, and last kali, set up competition and hackathons to foster innovation and break silos. Okay, hence you are interconnected with the industry, with the community through the CADS AI platform. Okay, so you can always organize competitions, community programs, work efforts together from other industry, and this will only build your network for the better. Okay, so just to share what we have, from CADS, and you can visit us, the CADS AI. Just type CADS AI on Google search, and you can find and you can explore. It's a very, very simple website, very concise, for you to understand. Okay, so do you have what it takes to step into a data-driven world? Okay, everything is here. Just go straight to CADS AI, and you can actually, they have a briefing on how to maneuver yourself in the CADS AI intelligence platform. Semua ni lah you can share with your organization, and you can also expand your data literacy skill. You don't really need to represent your organization juga. You can also reskill and learn modules, get certification through the CADS AI platform also. Okay, all right. So we are more than happy for all of you to join the CADS AI community. Masuk je CADS AI, register yourself into the CADS AI platform for free, individually for free. Join us, build the community. Okay, and this one you can share with your company how to, if you want to speed up digital transformation. We do have, as you can see from Sukyan's text inside the chat box, you can go straight to the link provided for you to learn more about this. And please connect with us on our social media through LinkedIn ada, Facebook, but most importantly kat Facebook lah. Okay, we are expanding, but our main platform is LinkedIn. And as you can see, Sukyan also share case study available. So sebenarnya we share what we've worked with dekat industry, and we share the outcomes, the challenges, and also the solution in our website. So you can refer kat situ. all the time, anytime. Okay, and finally, thank you so much for the time spent with me today. Despite all of you are very busy, I'm not sure whether masih dalam raya korban mood. If you have any questions, I would like to discuss or would like to discuss on the subject matter, you can always contact me via email, via LinkedIn, because from the previous two session I have with my ref, I have new friends. Many people from the presentation, from the session with me through my ref have become friends with me right now. We have already started talking and sharing ideas in LinkedIn. If you don't have questions, if I'm all about building relationship, so if you want me to lepak with you around the area, if you are in Bangi, Kajang, Nilai, if you want to have coffee and exchange ideas, I'm more than happy to drive down and just have some chat with all of you. Okay, so that's all from me today. Thank you so much. If you don't have any questions, I will pass back to the moderator. If you have a question but not ready to ask here, please contact me through LinkedIn. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Nezric, for your sharing today. We explored a lot about the importance of data literacy and how it affects us directly, indirectly in our work, in our life, and also kind of blessing in disguise with COVID-19. The pandemic has accelerated the digital transformation by 5 years, and I think we will moving forward with digitally, and the data is the most important key in here. And now we have arrived to our time for Q&A session. Do we have question from the floor? I think, yeah.
Yeah, I can see from Encik Ahmad Syahbandi from Aerodyne. Hello, can you share some sample of data sample case? Okay, this is not my area of expertise. Please look me up in LinkedIn and I can share with you our sample cases there and connect you to our data experts in CADS. Okay, please connect with me in LinkedIn.
Is there any question from the floor?
Okay, from my own colleague. Okay, which skills to learn first? To me, or if you are not non-technical as I shared just now, go with the data citizen punya pathway. Learn EDP first. Those are the basics, non-technical data skills literacy for you to learn. Like I mentioned just now, you will get exposure to big data analysis, and you will learn about Excel analytics, how to do analytics through Excel, and not only using for nak buat table lah, nak buat simple calculation ke apa. We also have data storytelling if you are struggling to make sense of your presentation, to make sense of your finding, to communicate to your bosses ke, to your colleagues ke apa. Data storytelling is very important for you to learn. So those are the skills that you can learn. Okay, at what age can Dr. Hidayah sendiri, at what age can we expose this kind of skills to our kids? As you maybe you don't know, even the government dah start out dekat school level as early as high school for now. I'm not sure whether about sekolah rendah, but high school, university level semua dah start being exposed to data skills literacy punya learning. Dah ada dah, all the way in high school pun dah start dah. Okay, that's your answer to your question, Dr. Nur Hidayah. And how much are data scientists getting paid? How long does it take to become data scientist? It doesn't take long. As you can see, if you are from the technical punya background, you just have to go through about berapa hari, less than a month, maximum 2 months for you to be certified as a data scientist. You can go more through going back to university and really get the data scientist degree pun is an option. But if you want to get it as an additional skill, then you can go with us, go with our pathway, and you can complete within 2 months, inshallah. Okay, the starting salary for data scientists, especially in Malaysia now, in the job market, is at least 3,000 to 3,500. It depends, because some of our graduates, after they've completed our Data Star program, they get to secure Singapore, Thailand, ataupun even some companies in Malaysia, and they get paid about 5,000 to 6,000 as a starting salary as a fresh graduate. Yes, but the minimum starting salary that we've recorded is between 3,000 to 3,000 to 3,500 for newly graduate in data ni. Ahmad Syabandi, staff exposing to everyday daily data in their own work, what will be the best method for them to start capturing the data so that they can visualize more on the staff exposing to everyday daily data, can visualize more in their job? Okay, that's where Excel analytics and BDA training would help for the staff. Okay, so from there they will learn how to analyze all the data that they expose to and they discover every day. Okay. All right, CADS is working with, as I mentioned about the school level just now from Dr. Nur Hidayah, we are working with Petronas under the KSRP program to expose and create awareness. It's about a 10-day workshop for school students into the world of data literacy. Okay, right. Banyak tu. Oh, from must someone learn Python, SQL and other programming for data science? No. As I say just now, if you go through EDP, you don't touch SQL or Python, but it's a very, very good tools to learn, to have if you want to explore further into the learning pathway of data scientist, data engineering, or data analyst, sorry. But as data citizen, for you to have the necessary data skill, you don't really have to learn Python or SQL. Okay. Anyone else? Who will be most benefited from learning data science? You, yourself. You yourself will benefit more. If we're talking about your prospect in the job market, it will only be more positive. It will also, if you are part of an organization, you will only be more important to your employers, because you can contribute in helping them to accelerate their digitalization, and how to analyze their strategy and planning is beneficial to actually you, your company, and also the nation. Yes, if you're looking at the bigger picture, and that's what the Malaysia digital blueprint is all about, is to benefit the nation, okay, and obviously the world. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is the most questions I get. Okay. Anyone else? Tidak okay ke Pak ini?
Is there any question from the floor?
Okay, don't worry, if you have question, please ask me in LinkedIn. I would love to get to know you. And obviously, if there are no more questions, some question I cannot answer, then I will pass to the right person in CADS to help you with your question. Okay, you can drop me an email or you can drop me a LinkedIn. Okay, no problem.
Okay, with the end of the Q&A session just now, can we have Mr. Nezrick to give some closing remarks to our participants?
Okay, tak cukup lagi from what you've already heard from me, almost 1 hour. Okay, thank you Cik Ahmad Syabandi from Aerodyne. Please, I expect to hear from you soon, because interesting questions, and I would love, CADS would love to talk to Aerodyne more. Okay, final word is that to me, don't get comfortable. Okay, don't stay in your comfort zone for too long. You feel that you've got you've been paid the right amount of money, and you feel secure. Things can change rapidly within 5 years, 10 years. If you don't adapt and you don't move forward, no matter how established you are now, you might be left behind if we don't do the necessary changes now. I am like that myself previously, but when I joined CADS, it opened my eyes, and I also find, and actually I got very fearful of what's going to happen to the future if we don't expose ourselves, especially our kids, on the necessary skills, for them to be able to compete in the job market of the future. Okay, so salam Jumaat. My final word, enjoy your weekend with your family, and Monday start grinding balik. All right.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Nezrik, for your the like the life kind of advice. And yeah, we can't live in comfort zone, and the world is changing rapidly, so we need to upgrade and upskill our skill gradually. So before that, can everyone open your camera for our photo shoot session? But can I have Mr. Nezrik to unshare your screen so that we can see everyone here? Okay, counting like until
okay,
5. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Everyone, can you open your camera?
Sekejap Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Kejap Nasib. Okay, one more. Freestyle. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, done. Thank you, Cik Nazri.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Good weekend all.
Thank you.
Pakcik Ahmad,
Thank you.
please contact me.